Just a reminder, nominations do not require a second. Do I hear a nomination for the office of board chair?
I'd like to nominate Mr. Brown.
Are there any other nominations?
I move to close the nomination.
Nominations are closed. Hearing none, the nominations are closed. All in favor of accepting the nomination of Mr. Brown for chair, please signify by raising your hand. Congratulations, Mr. Brown. Thank you. You're the chair.
Do I hear a nomination for vice chair?
I'd like to nominate Ms. Debbie Fial if she would accept.
Are there any additional nominations? If none, I'll close the nomination. All in favor, signify by raising your hand.
Aye.
Any opposed? Congratulations. I'd like to welcome all visitors and guests. Thanks for coming. Hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving. Candace, so that we have a formal present. And before we say the pledge of allegiance, just take a moment of silence for Coach Hammond. All right, thank you. Pledge allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Approval of November 6, 2023 minutes.
Motion to approve.
Got a motion?
I'll second.
There's a second. All in favor? Any opposed? Approval of December 4th, 2023 board agenda.
So moved.
Got a motion?
I'll second.
Got a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Public comment? Any public?
Yes, sir. Mr. Morning, President.
Just to remind you, if you would state your name, you do have 3 minutes, and the board does not respond to comments.
Hi everyone, my name is Wendy Freezer and I'm a student at Jones Senior High School. I came here once before on a different issue, but today I would like to talk about the bullying issue at my school because our policy says that there's a strict, no tolerance to bullying, but I see it every day. It happens to me, it happens to teachers, and I don't think it's nice. I'm not gonna say anyone's names because that's kind of bullying as well, but I want people to stop targeting certain people and to use something as sad as a faculty of the school's death to bully someone today. That wasn't nice at all. I think that if the bullying is reported, there needs to be more disciplinary action other than just pulling the student aside and say, hey, stop that, because they're just gonna continue to do it, and there needs to be action taken. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Can you remind me what grade you're in? 11th grade.
Any other?
No, sir.
We're going on discussion item 4A, department update.
Board members, you have a department update and it outlines what's going on with each of our departments. It's pretty much cursory stuff happening in each department.
Excuse me, Dr. Thigpen. We actually do have one more public comment that's signed in. I actually thought it was another student that wasn't present, but it's the mother.
Okay.
Thank you.
I didn't mean to be rude by any
No, you're not right.
I would like to first want to thank every one of y'all for your time and your dedication. I know what it's like to be a volunteer for Jones County. I know what it's like to work with children in Jones County and adults as well. And sometimes you just want to pull your head off. But we all do it. And I want to wish every one of you a very Merry Christmas, as well as the school system. And again, thank you. It takes a village. It takes our whole entire community. But I'm coming to you to stand before you again about the bullying issue. We get to bullying, and I can remember I have 3 children in Jones High School, and they all came home with stacks of paper this big. I think I had to sign them like 3 or 4 times. I had to keep reading them things. But the bullying has to stop. Tell me why. Have you guys seen the petition to move Coach now from? Has anyone seen? You don't have to answer that. But let me tell you, as a parent, I was shocked that I would receive such a bully message from a parent that has gone around this school to remove this coach. I have it. You're welcome to read it. I'll read it to you. But we allow our students to bully. We allow our students' parents to bully the staff. Where does it stop? When a child kills themselves because they can't handle it no more? When our staff kills themselves or they quit because they can't handle it no more? Our children for 10 years have lost at the middle school level on football. They won the first time in 10 years their very last game. Congratulations. Why do we allow this bullying? Well, it's not on my phone right there, but why, as a parent, do I get this? I will show every one of you in private if you would like. If you do know and you have seen it, shame on you for not already taking steps to stop it. And I also want to thank Mr. Larry for bringing the microwave into the school. There still needs to be another one if anybody can squeeze one out. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for the attention on changing the cafeteria. Did make changes to some of the food. My children actually eat the food at times. They're like the other children. They think they're, above some of the stuff, but they do eat it. And thank y'all and thank the staff of the kitchen for saying, hey, let's try to do something different. This is what we've been given. How can we try to make a miracle with this crap? Because a lot of times, y'all, that's what it's used as crap. When you give a child a piece of cheese toast and a juice for breakfast, or a honey bun or a piece of cake for breakfast, but at least they got something. Thank y'all for your time.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. So you have a department update. Everything on there is pretty much precursory that you would expect to see going on in the departments. You'll see Janelle denotes the preliminary school improvement plan and parent letter. The viewing of that has been done. But as always, if you have any questions at all regarding the department, please let us know, and we will certainly try to find the answers for you.
My understanding, next year, that they're gonna count pre-K as ADM.
That is correct.
Would that help with funding?
It should, yes. I think we've got 53.
Yeah.
Pre-K.
Yeah. Mr. Watson, any questions?
No, sir, thank you.
Mr. Griffin?
Well, I do want to say one thing, that we had that joint meeting last week. I thought that Dr. Dick and Bryce and Ms. Raby all did a great job presenting to the county commissioners, showing our need and what's what. And I thought it was the best presentation that I'd seen on a joint thing ever. Other than that's all I got.
Ms. Fial? You good? Ms. Bird?
No, I'll just piggyback off of Billy there. very appreciative for the presentation you guys made. Made me proud to know that you took the time and effort to put all that together. You did a great job in presenting that. Thank you, Ms. Roby, for all that you do. So know you're the numbers lady. We appreciate you.
Superintendent update.
Got a very short PowerPoint that I'll share with you. And strangely enough, the first thing that I wanted to mention was about the resolution with the county commissioners. We have a resolution that would like to vote on tonight to endorse more support for James County Public Schools. The county commissioners are going to do the same thing at their meeting. So we would have a joint resolution where our county commissioners and our school board have come together to ask for more funding for the state. And so I wanted to make you aware of that. That should be in your packet, and we'll get to that later in the agenda. The other thing is we need to vote and approve Trenton Elementary School's low performing plan, and I wanted to rehash and let exactly what they're doing so you would understand. But the thing that they're doing is they're going to have school boards. They've built in flex time to do remediation, and the children are tracking their performance in Leader in Me notebooks so they know where they are. And so those are the school level actions that they're taking to help improve the scores. Of course, that's coordinated with our district efforts where we provided an instructional coach 4 days a week. We've got 2 literacy specialists, and then the district staff, we make Trenton Elementary a priority because it is low performing. We've also begun to have district-wide PLCs. All the 3rd grade teachers come together, and if the 3rd grade teacher at Pollocksville is outperforming the others, we try to create a situation where they can learn from that teacher what they're doing to help improve. And so Janelle has led that effort. We're doing check-ins, which is a form of benchmarks to see how we're doing, and making sure that we're delivering core instruction. We sometimes get caught up on remediation, but when DPI came in last year and looked, they said the key is to focus on delivering core instruction right to begin with, and not spend all your time and effort remediating. So we also have tutors, and again, Trenton is a priority for us as a district team because we know we want to exit them from low performing status. So,
Dr. Thigpen, the tutors, the 2 tutors, were they already in place?
the tutors are still, yes, they will.
Okay, that's something's been ongoing.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. All right.
Any questions about any of those?
Are the tutors from COVID, some of the things that we got for COVID?
Yes, we used ESSER funds for that.
I see the monitoring. Is it showing that we're moving in the right direction, or we're still standing still, or have we fallen down anymore with the monitoring that we're doing?
No.
Can we tell?
I mean, we've done the first quarter benchmarks, and then we follow up every week to see how we're doing, if we're making progress, and so things are moving, seem to be moving in the right direction at this time. We'll know for sure when we do our mid-year benchmarks because we can compare and know for certain. But at this point, it looks like we're moving forward when we look at the weekly progress.
What month would that be?
It should be. Did we do it in the 1st of January?
January.
Yeah.
Is the staff attendance still, we're still moving in the right direction, staff attendance?
Yes. Mhm. And that is really important.
Yes.
It makes a big difference. Any questions about any of that?
How much monitoring are we doing with, or observing teachers at that school as far as the ones that you're at? Are we having somebody kind of going and observing them on a regular basis?
Well,
to see if
you know, what happens is if we, let's say I'm teaching a class and I've got 25% of them proficient, and we come back by next week and they're still 25% proficient, and the following week they're still 20, then that's when we start to get support in there for that person to see what they're doing compared to the other teachers, to try to make sure that they're not at a standstill, that they're making progress. So the scores give us a clue of the weekly scores.
we're bringing somebody in there to that teacher, we're not sending that teacher like to another school to see how it might ought to be done.
We've asked them, like last year, we asked them to go visit, but we also have built in those district-wide days this year that we didn't have last year, so they can come together.
That's all I got. Do we need to go ahead and adopt that?
I think it's later in
No,
the
it's on
agenda.
action. We still discussing. It's on action. item.
Excuse me just a second, being, it ties back into Trenton Elementary. Have you guys caught any patterns, or do you notice anything different that may be happening at Trenton? Is it size? Is it anything that Mike can put your finger on that I mean, I know you guys are looking at every aspect of it, but is it something that, society-wise, or is it something different about Trenton? I'm just asking out, I probably shouldn't even be saying it, but I'm wondering.
I don't see any reason that a student at Trenton Elementary doesn't perform as well as a student at Pollocksville. We're talking about just a few miles separate. There's no reason. I mean, there are differences, slight differences within student bodies, but.
Trenton being slightly bigger,
Right,
I was wondering if that was any correlation or not. I'm just
right. I
thinking
mean,
out loud.
You know, they had a bigger hole to climb out of when they failed that, and so they had further to climb out of than the other ones did when their scores went down. But you know, just saying, I mean, the expectation is that they all do well no matter where they live.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I understand that.
That's what we need to have.
And my address is Trenton, so I'm not picking on them.
That's right.
I'm just trying to find,
That's right.
see if we can come up with anything. I appreciate it.
Just to elaborate on his comment, even though it's a larger school, the state's gonna only allow a teacher to have X number of students, just like
Yes,
the
ma'am.
rest of the schools in the county. And so,
I was just thinking about the overall
Yeah.
operation and just the numbers, not just in the classroom, but if it was something socially that we're not doing right. The more numbers or socially, I don't know. Thank you.
But it takes more kids in a larger school to make it look worse than it does in a smaller population. One kid can make a huge difference in what happens. Same thing with graduation rates.
That's sort of kind of what I was thinking.
When you have small numbers, one person not graduating might be 5%.
one kid can mess up a grade as far as that
Yes.
benchmark or whatever. So, yeah, larger is sometimes better
That's
in
right.
some cases.
Good. Oh, I did want, you've got a copy of a report in here that they came and audited this morning, school food service, and you can look at the report. I met with them at the exit interview. They were very positive about the work she's done, the effort she's making, and there's, they will send a report. I don't even think we've got it yet, and once they send the report, she's got 90 days to correct it. She's already begun working to fix whatever problems they have, but there were minor problems, and they were, they spoke very well of her management, especially beginning, and the job she's doing, and the job that the school food services staff is making. So I wanted to make you aware of that. Okay? Yes, sir.
Mr. Lawson, any question?
No, thank you.
Mr. Griffin? Mr. Young?
No.
Ms. Burke?
Well, was there only a visit at Jones Senior in Maysville? I don't see Pollocksville.
when the school food service, they just picked 2 schools at random to go to, and that's the 2 they picked.
Looks like they were very pleased with the, both schools and the lunchroom staff, so that's really good.
And I know we got to do the corrective items. What about, some of the recommended items that I saw, any person's freeze or coming up with the school committee?
They made a recommendation to her about the committees, but they also, they try to be helpful and supportive, and so they were gonna try to see if there were some grants or funds they had available that could help her in securing freezers and things like that she needed. That was their attitude was not coming here to be a gotcha. They wanted to provide some support to her if they can, and so they meshed really well together. They were very helpful.
I really like the recommendation of them wanting to
That's what I
have
was about.
students participate in choosing of the food. I think that's great.
Well, it seemed like the 5th and 6th graders were good with their food meetings, talking to them at the parking lot thing. I had a couple of complaints, but most of them said they liked the lunches.
Especially the one whose mother was working in the lunchroom. She was a big fan.
All right, action item 5A, approval local performance plan for Trenton Elementary School.
The items I mentioned to you in the PowerPoint, we just ask you to vote and approve that plan for Trenton Elementary School.
Make a motion.
I'll second it.
Got motion and second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Action item B, fall PLS update. Second reading.
Good evening, board members.
Good evening.
I'm requesting approval of the PLS policy recommendations. The first reading was provided to you in October. There are 24 policies in this update. I do want to make note that this update does not address any policies associated with the Parents' Bill of Rights.
I'll make a motion to adopt it.
I'll second.
Got motion and second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried. Budget amendment number 5.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Budget amendment number 5, along with the detailed report of adjustment, has been provided for the board's review and approval. As reflected on the first page of the budget amendment document, there is a net adjustment for this month of $288,924.80. This adjustment primarily reflects the receipt of our school safety grant funding, PRC 039, for this year, which we received $220,000 in this past month. That, along with the carry forward amount that we had already received of $85,368, provides us a total allocation this year of $305,368 for school safety grant funding. It also reflects the receipt of the first quarter Medicaid allotment of just over $60,000, and these funds are received by the district to help support our EC program expenses. Other than these adjustments, there is no additional information to report to the board at this time. I will answer any questions that anyone may have.
Ms. Bird,
I don't have any questions.
Ms. Fial,
No, sir.
Mr. Griffin.
The safety grants, what are we gonna do with that? What are we budgeted for?
Majority of that funding goes towards our school resource officers. And then I think last year they bought cameras with those funds, so Ms. Laura is gonna be working with me to kind of assess the amount that's not gonna be used for SROs and then figure out what she's gonna be doing with it.
How much are we spending, how many SROs are we funding? We're funding every position?
I believe it's, is it 4 SROs?
And, okay. That's all.
Ms. Raby, again, I just, was very impressed by the entire staff showing up for that meeting the other night, as well prepared as we were. I came in to see Dr. Thigpen about it. I didn't get a chance to talk to you. I left word with Bryce that we really, as far as I'm concerned, y'all look like a great team. Y'all made us look good the other night, but y'all did the hard work, and thank you so much. That was a really good showing, and especially you probably got the ball the most on when it comes to this situation, and we appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Brown.
Need a motion?
So moved.
Got a motion? Got a second? Any further discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Approval of joint resolution for county commissioners.
Board members, you have a copy of the resolution that the county commissioners will sign. The wording on the document that you have that you would sign is practically the same, except it has our school board logo and information on it. And so we present that to you and ask you to approve that so we can carry that forward.
Who drafted this?
The county commissioners drafted that, and then Candace transcribed that into our side of it.
I'll make a motion to adopt it or whatever. Everyone, the right word is.
A second.
We got motion and a second. Any further discussion?
Yes, I would like, and I have spoken to, I tried to speak with 2 county commissioners about it. We had a really good presentation the other night, but I think, everything else that we said, I think they caught the part about the teaching position as well. It should have stuck out the most. But we have already had pretty good sized cuts, and those teachers are important, but we've got to have support staff to go along with it. The teachers are going to wind up doing their job, and they won't be able to teach. And I think a lot of emphasis was put on the teaching position, but we've got support staff is almost as important as the teaching positions are, because the teachers can't support themselves and teach too. And I've reached out to a couple of county commissioners with that information that we need all the help we can get. I mean, I understand that caught the headlines the other night, as well it should have, but we need support people too. And we've already had a 12-person cut, I think. And we're gonna have cuts again if we don't get some help, and the support people are important too. Thank y'all.
Some of the county commissioners I talked to after the meeting, the next day, felt like that they may need to have to pitch in some money so the state will feel like they're trying to do some kind of effort, and I don't know if that's gonna happen or not. You know, so, because the state, you know, it just, you know, when we're getting the same money now this year that we got in 2015, that's a huge difference. It don't matter how big the population of the school is, the staff's still basically similar to the same classrooms, same number.
Probably most of our population in this county don't realize that we were on a 7-year contract, and that with the cost of living going up, it has really affected us deeply. So we do need more funding. Everything's changed since COVID. It started there, but everything has risen. And there's no more money. We're getting the same thing every year. And there's no other occupation probably that's having to live off the same thing they lived off of 7 years ago. So, it's up next year, is that correct?
24, I think.
Hopefully there won't be another 7 years.
No.
I think
I
about
don't
a year.
think we'll have to worry about that. I hope we won't.
Yeah,
If we haven't learned anything, we've learned we need a shorter agreement, I think.
yeah, not blaming anybody.
Yeah, I understand.
It's the best we could do at that time, but it's not the best for us right now.
And not putting any blame on Billy
Oh,
or
no.
anybody else.
I know, that's
But-
why.
On me,
I said not putting any blame on you.
Yeah, they
Or
always
anybody else. I said
You
not.
just happen to be chairman,
No,
that's
no,
the
no.
end of the spectrum for
Well,
that.
look how much has happened in them 7 years that we'd never even seen before.
Well,
That's what I'm saying. I was trying to finish before, I was gonna give him a compliment before he interrupted my compliment.
Yeah,
Thank you.
not putting the blame on me, I like that part.
No, I mean,
Make it shorter.
the other night, you kind of talked, and you responded very
Yeah.
well by not responding. Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
No, I'm serious. 5 minutes later, Mr. Haddock chimed in, the other chairman who agreed with the dream deal. Mike kind of took him off, kind of made me feel better about it
But
anyway.
we didn't have any problem when we were in the 5-year agreement because we were funded correctly. But we gave back $300,000 at the end of that 5th year.
Wish we had it now.
Yeah, and everything changed. They wanted us to give back $600,000.
But with a shorter contract, like we said the other night, the unforeseen won't hurt us as bad.
That's
With a
correct.
3-year contract, is it, you get in a lot of trouble going that long, as we found out, and that's
Oh, yeah.
nobody's fault. Thank you, sir.
We're probably the only one of the few counties that have had to deal with that long of a contract.
Are we still in discussion? We vote on this?
Let's do discussion, I got it.
Yeah, I just want people to
I got it.
realize what
I got
we're
you.
doing.
We good?
What's the vote?
Got a motion and a second. All in favor? Any opposed? Passed, unanimous. Public comment.
Yes, Miss Carrie Dunn.
Hey.
Hey,
Just know you got 3 minutes.
Nice to meet you, thank you. My name is Kara Dunn. I am a bus driver and I also do remediation tutoring in Maysville. And when y'all were discussing Trenton's improvement plan, it was in me screaming. I see the tutors and the check-ins and all that, but at what point do you get these parents involved? Because nothing's gonna change until you get more parent involvement. That's a lot of difference between Pottsville and all these schools, because parents are involved in Pottsville. They're PTO. The parents come out there. Only time parents come to Maysville, and I can take because I'm there, because when something go wrong. You're not there for conferences, checking in, this, that, and third, volunteering, anything. You need these parents involved. And another thing, when it comes to that bullying, there's not a lot of discipline going on. I see a lot of stuff. I go to different schools. There's not a lot of discipline going on. Stuff like that, instead of a little slap on the wrist, things have changed from when I was in school and to now. And it's a lot of slapping on the wrist, and that's it, if that. Oh, and I think you spoke on it before, the hoodies, still going on. You picking and choosing who wear a hoodie and who can't. And that's all I got to say.
That's all.
Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate you.
More comments, Mr. Walsh.
No, I think I was very happy with the way our staff looked the other night, dealing with the county commissioners. I just want us to make sure we keep in contact with the commissioners. I really think we're moving in the right direction with them. I've been here right a while, and it's as good as I've seen it, the back and forth the other night. And just very pleased in our growing relationship with them. It's about time. It's way overdue. Thank you.
Mr. Griffin.
We don't need to say anything.
You sure?
I'm good.
Ms. Fiala.
No, I just appreciate the hard work everyone's putting in, and it shows very much so in every school. Yes, we can improve. There's a lot of things we can improve on, but eventually, hopefully, we will be able to do that. And it's come a long ways in the last few years, and hopefully we won't lose any ground. We can continue to move with progress.
Okay. Ms. Berry.
I just want to say that continue prayers for Coach Hamp's family, Miss Dawn, the students and staff, past and present. There's a void in our school system now, that, it's gonna take some time to heal from. And pray for that, everyone for that, because we have a void now. And he'll be missed, but he has a legacy and it will remain. Not real happy to hear about bullying. That's concerning to me, and hopefully we can address that and find out what we need to do to stop the bullying. Whether it be with kids, parents, whatever it is, we need to definitely focus on that. Parental involvement, I'm not real sure what to do about that, unless you can start those PTOs at each school. And, but we do encourage parents, and we try to make sure parents are involved. So, hopefully we can address some of this and move forward with it. But I'm really proud to see some of these things that are happening and taking place. And we do have a lot of good, and like with anything, we do have some hurdles to cross, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Slow and easy, the turtle wins the race, right?
Yes.
That's what I heard.
All right, that's all that I have for now,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Brown.
I just want to say to the board members, as going to the conference last month, believe it or not, we're farther ahead than a lot of districts. I know people talk about a lot of divide around here, but just to listen to other boards, other comments, other board members, parents coming in to their meetings and all that, Jones County is farther along than what you think. And we're doing a good job as a board. I just want to thank everybody, for that, because it makes a difference. Just listening to that, the horror stories up there, it will be detrimental here. But I want to thank you for that. And also, piggyback on Ms. Dunn's comment, I finally found somebody else in America that agrees with me that parent involvement is the difference. One of the speakers there spoke about his dad not being able to read and write and them being poor. And he never knew his dad couldn't read and write, but just the mere presence of his dad there made him do better. And again, I'm gonna fight it till I can't fight it anymore, that it doesn't matter economic status, whatever. I think it's the parent involvement, and we just gotta figure out a way how to make that happen. And I just wanna wish the staff a Merry Christmas if I don't see you again. Good. Motion to go to closed session.
I'll second.
Got motion and second, all in favor? Opposed? Nine, in closed session. They recommend that the board convene